everyone. I'm back.
How are you doing? Feeling any better?
Much better, thanks. Whew, it is so good to have you guys here. I was a little worried that the theater would be empty by the time I got back. Let me see. Tonya and Vodyanitsa are missing. Vodyanitsa died last night. And then you discovered that Tonya was—
Not Tonya.
First, tell us how you made it back here, given the conditions outside.
You're right. The thing that got me back safely was a song. I heard someone singing. After walking into the snowstorm, my mind grew hazy. I don't know how long I walked through the storm before my mind completely slipped away. Then, suddenly, I heard the sound of singing. The voice instantly brought me back to my senses, and I regained consciousness. So I followed the voice, searching for the source of the singing. I searched and searched, until finally, just a few moments ago, there was the entrance to the theater, right in front of me.
I've actually never performed this song. It means something like, "May those we have lost watch over us."
That must have been Vodyanitsa's Requiem. Who knew it actually worked?
That song is meant to guide the souls of the dead. Mitya, that must mean that you...
Huh. No kidding. Seemed like I guessed right then. This is what I've been so desperate to tell you about. When I first stepped out of the theater, I remember the outside world being completely different than what I'd expected. It was like this was a world where only the snowstorm exists. I don't know how else to describe it, except to say that it just didn't seem like the real world. And as for the Requiem, if I was guided here by Vodyanitsa's song, it can only mean that I must already be dead, and this is my soul. But I didn't experience a clear moment of death while I was out there. Nor do I feel any different now than before I walked into the snowstorm.
You don't seem any different to me either. In fact, this is something I've been wondering about for a while now. If souls aren't physical, shouldn't they lack tangible form? Both Shram and Patashka were clearly deceased, and yet their souls didn't look or feel like ghosts at all. They were visible, tangible. No diff—
This raises a truly... Mitya's soul was, of course, then maybe we've all...
Yes.
What did you say?
You heard me. We died in the theater. All of us did. But due to an obstruction in the theater's ley lines, our souls are trapped here, while an endless, infinite snowstorm rages outside. It's ironic, really. All that time, we were working so hard to figure out who the deceased among us were, when the truth was, we were all deceased. The only difference being some of us died more recently than others. Do you remember that note, "Death is near"? Seems like we misunderstood what it meant after all. Death was nearer than we wanted to think all along. The note simply meant that all of us were already dead.
So all our attempts to survive, our search for the deceased, it was all for nothing?
Hard to say. At the very least, we helped 2 lost souls find clarity and go to where they belong. The presence of those 2 is probably what caused our souls to be drawn in by the ley lines. In which case, the deaths we've awoken to over the past few days were just souls returning to the ley lines for good.
If what you're saying is true, doesn't that make us the lost souls now? Huh, no wonder. This afternoon, when I was moving Vodyanitsa's body, I noticed that the other bodies in the room hadn't decayed one bit after all these days.
That's further proof that those aren't physical bodies at all, but merely our shells here in the afterlife.
Am I really dead? This doesn't feel real to me at all. No, that's impossible. This cannot be how it all ends.
I still find it hard to believe that all of us are dead. How exactly did we die in the real world? None of us have any memories of dying, right?
Not even knowing how we died is preposterous. Good grief! Surely there has to be some reason.
Exactly. It's hard to rest in peace when you don't even know how you died. It gave me lots to think about as I strode out into the snowstorm. I racked my brains trying to remember the cause of my death, the exact moment I died, the root of all of this, right up until my consciousness faded. Wait. Hold on. Right before I lost consciousness, I think I saw something. I can't remember. And I think I lost my notebook and pen.
Mitya, your hand. Is that blood on your fingers?
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dried. When did that happen? What the? I guess this was what What's wrong? Do you recognize?
It's Renova. Alosha, do you still remember that Snezhnayan folktale you told me about? It was about the Grim Reaper. When someone's about to die, he appears as an and as soon as you recognize...
I heard a similar tale.
That's right. In which case...
When I first saw this note...
So the Grim Reaper deliberately misled us.
By that logic, the... Identifying the Grim Reaper is a major decision to make. I should think it over carefully. The Reaper is right here. Identifying the Grim Reaper... Identifying the Grim Reaper... No doubt about it. Looking back at how everyone has acted over the past few days, Alosha... Is it you, Alosha? You were the first to discover the investigation report, and you had plenty of time to slip the note inside to mislead us.
So? Surely you can't suspect me based on that alone. What if someone else found the investigation report first, slipped the note inside, and then put it back without telling anyone?
There's no denying it.
That's not all. I've also noticed that, although on the surface, Valeri, Mitya, and sometimes I were the ones taking charge of the situation, looking back now, even though you didn't say much, you were always subtly guiding everyone from the sidelines.
What do you mean?
You were the one who emphasized how dangerous it was outside and insisted we all stay here. It was also you who suggested that we all sleep in the same place. And earlier today, you tried to convince Ptashka to stay. I don't understand why, but it was out of character.
So, you didn't understand my intentions, and now you're assuming the worst. Seems pretty unreasonable if you ask me.
He still won't admit it? Fine. Let's see how he responds to the most damning evidence of all.
The biggest question I have right now is, if the Grim Reaper is impersonating Alosha, Then where's the real Alosha? When did they switch?
That's right. This was the moment, right at the start, before any victims had even When all this began, it wasn't until... But it's clear...
Right.
And if we pinpoint Alosha...
More precisely...
Not bad.
Alosha?
You're the Grim Reaper?
I am no such tired cliché. Mortals should address me as the ruler of death. Before being wiped out...
I heard you can ferry souls. Those deaths each night. Were they your doing?
Your initial conclusion was correct. Due to the existence of the two deceased, the ley lines yearned to reclaim those long-lost souls. Every night they devoured an equal number of souls to fill the void. This required no intervention from me. Though, of course, ferrying souls is indeed... Here, take a look.
What are you doing?
That takes care of today's two. Don't get so worked up. You are already dead, and your souls must return.
I know we're already dead. You murdered us, didn't you?
Murdered? No. Murder is when mortals usurp my authority. Death is my jurisdiction. If I require someone to die, you simply met the criteria to trigger my...
I know about the curse of immortality. So there's another death-related curse too? You cursed us? When? And...
So often, humans pray to me, begging to know when their death will come, and what form it will take. But few people ask...
So you're not gonna tell us the...
Hold your tongue. Those angels from the past are to blame.
Work? So trapping us here, making us watch our friends die, that's just an...
You clearly... After the physical body, my work encompasses... You must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom. Here, too, the ley lines can... But this actually... This effect manifested itself after you died from the curse in the theater, leaving... But if souls who die... Then...
So if you don't...
Nitya is sharp, but if you have the...
You seek to... This is a theater. I found myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There. Are you happy with my answer?
Can't say I am.
Really? But it fits the stereotypes you humans have about gods.
Just moments ago, work is work, I get it.
That's a rather unique perspective for a human. You are in fact correct. There is a pain point in this case. Due to the obstruction in the theater's ley lines, there is a hard limit on the number of souls they can receive each day, making it impossible for me to ferry all your souls at once. Revealing my identity too soon would inevitably have led... Then there was the issue of the two...
That's what I don't understand. If all of us...
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley lines, exploiting the issues created by the angel civilization to resist being drawn in. Centuries of obsession accumulated during this process. You may think of this obsession as the resentment of... It reached the point where I could not afford to leave it unchecked. But the only way to fix it was to help them acknowledge their own deaths, make peace with their regrets, and willingly walk into the snowstorm. Only then, with my guidance, could they finally return to the ley lines. Otherwise, you would not like to know what the consequences...
I vaguely remember seeing Patashka, but in the most terrifying form.
I see your dreams brought you many revelations. Anyway, giving psychological counseling to lost souls that is more of an angel's role. It was something I could not resolve directly using my authority. Meanwhile, of course, their presence caused the souls of other members of your party to return to the ley lines each... As both issues slowly resolved one another without me having to lift a finger. And, of course, while I was at it, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this drama, dealing with death from a mortal perspective.
Sounds like you had it all figured out, Grim Reaper. I just did the math. You said there's a hard limit to the number of souls the ley lines here can...
That much is obvious, even to...
It's time to review this whole affair. If the ley lines can only take... Looking back now, none of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment the staff member named Demoff walked into the snowstorm, the incident had already begun. No. Let me go over this again. Alosha was the second to walk in during this process. During our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in the novelty of it all. No one could have expected there would be victims the very next morning. Despite all the confusion, and with the help of hindsight, we finally began to realize that something was amiss with the snowstorm. No, let me... No, let me... No. The ley lines Odette and I spoke a lot that night. 3 people were on watch, but in the morning, we discovered that someone had fallen victim all the same. No. Let... No. The deaths of coolish and unexplainable phenomena. Later, we discovered that there seemed to be an extra person among us, and subsequently discovered the existence of the deceased. No. We thought it was all over. No. No. Mr. Schramm realized he was the deceased and walked into the snowstorm to return to the ley lines of his own accord. It turns out there really was a dead person among us. A lot happened today. Mr. Valeri's death led us to discover the connection between... The fact that there was more than one deceased seemed to bring us back to square one. Odette revealed some information she had been keeping to herself. No. Let me go over this again. Vodyanitsa was... Although Mitya did, the void in the ley lines has... No. As it happened, the girl I thought was Child's sister, come to think of it. And Renova, looking back... No one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Nietzsche returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead, and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form, Renova callously claimed 2 souls. In fact, everyone was already dead, but now, only... That covers everything.
Your work isn't finished here yet, is it? The Traveler and I are still standing here, safe and sound.
The Water Imp's song threw things off a little, but it is of no consequence. The ley lines have already anchored your soul, and the first...
So, the reunion in the night that Vojanitsa mentioned, I suppose that was never meant...
That just leaves you, Traveler. My power only allows me to temporarily separate your soul from your body. The ley lines of Tevat would not... And your soul is firmly anchored to your body by your will. For a descender like you, who is not bound... I have no interest in involving myself with descenders. For now. Although...
One last question then. All our struggles and sacrifices here, they were meaningless from the very beginning, weren't they?
Death abides no reason. Besides, what you call sacrifice is merely a concept created by humanity. To me, it is nothing more...
Grim Reaper, you really know how to get on my nerves.
I'm not here to ingratiate myself with you. I kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that you save your strength.
For what? Maybe we can't change it. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
How are you holding up, Odette?
What happened to me?
How much do you remember?
What do you mean? Is the performance so...
Yes. Mitya?
Oh. Yeah, I remember now, comrade. Looks like just like me when Odette found just with one...
Odette and the other...
Could this be the reason?
You
don't? Does that mean I... What about you, though?
A full explanation?
Well then. The first thing I noticed...
They say that
That must be how... This also aligns with previous reports of widespread temporary... To those unaware of the truth, dying and coming back to life must feel similar to a short bout. This leaves me with a couple big questions.
If nothing else, I think it shows that killing us wasn't her ultimate goal.
Right. Come to think of it, I can't remember what it was, but... sorry, Traveler. I'll catch up with you again.
Ma'am, if I may, no one of yet you... And by the way...
I can
So, you said I promised... Agreed. Let's check in on her first. The whole reason for our trip to the Armory Palace anyway is to figure out what's going on with her health.
Mm-hmm.